Ever feel like your Christmas decorations are missing a bit of warmth? Rustic Christmas decorations wrap your home in charm, using natural textures and simple details. They turn any space into a cozy winter retreat without breaking the bank or your spirit. Imagine swapping tinsel for twine and plastic for pine cones. These ideas don't just look good, they add a story to every corner. Grab your glue gun, raid your kitchen drawers, and let's bring some old-school holiday spirit back to your home. Pinecone garlands, especially when paired with rough twine and dried orange slices, bring a warm, homespun vibe to any holiday space. This combo feels both nostalgic and fresh. Why settle for plastic tinsel when you can add natural charm with items found in your backyard or pantry? Stringing these materials together is simple. Thread pine cones onto twine, spacing them with slices of dried orange for pops of color. The citrus scent lingers faintly, offering a subtle sensory bonus. While this style isn't as flashy as store-bought decor, its quiet beauty and eco-friendliness speak volumes. Wooden slice ornaments, hand-painted with cozy winter cabins, bring an inviting charm to any tree. Their natural wood edges and simple string hooks offer a down-to-earth vibe. Each piece tells a story. Think of a snowy lodge and flickering fireplace. Friends will ask where you found such honest, heartfelt decorations. Painting your own winter cabin scenes can be surprisingly relaxing. No need to be a master artist. Even stick figure trees and simple cabins capture a nostalgic essence. These ornaments sometimes lack the gloss of store-bought baubles, but their character and sincerity win over guests every time. Burlap stockings with lace and wooden buttons add instant warmth to any mantle. The rough texture of burlap pairs beautifully with delicate lace, creating contrast that feels both simple and inviting. Wooden buttons lend a touch of nostalgia, making these stockings feel homemade, even if you snag them online. Want to try this at home? Cut burlap into stocking shapes, sew or glue the edges, and add lace trim. Finish with a few wooden buttons for character. Sure, burlap can sometimes shed, but the homey charm outweighs the mess. Guests will notice and maybe even ask for your secret. Mason jar candle holders, surrounded by pine branches, add a cozy, homespun touch to Christmas decor. Their soft glow creates a warm atmosphere, perfect for family gatherings. All you need are jars, tea lights, and a bit of greenery. Even beginners can arrange these in minutes, no fancy skills required. However, open flames and dry pine needles aren't the best recipe for safety. Opt for battery-powered candles if little hands or wagging tails roam your home. This way, you keep the inviting look without worry. Simple swaps like these make rustic charm accessible and stress-free. Birch log reindeer bring charm and warmth to holiday spaces. Their natural bark, rough edges, and stubby twig antlers whisper stories of cozy winters. Wrap a plaid ribbon scarf around each neck for instant cheer. These decorations are simple to make, just a few logs, twigs, glue, and creativity required. They're budget-friendly and sturdy, lasting for years with minimal fuss. However, sourcing birch logs can be tricky if you live in a city, and assembling the pieces may test your patience. Still, the rustic vibe and personal touch these reindeer offer far outweigh any minor inconvenience. Twine-wrapped Christmas trees with star anise toppers add warmth and character to any space. Their simple, handcrafted look fits perfectly beside a roaring fire or on a kitchen shelf. If you're tired of shiny plastic, this option brings nature indoors, and it's affordable, just twine, cones, and spice. Making these is straightforward. Start with a cardboard cone, wrap it tightly with jute twine, and glue a star anise on top. The scent is subtle but festive. The only hiccup? Star anise can be brittle, so have a few extras handy. Why settle for mass-produced when homemade offers so much charm? Wicker baskets brimming with pine cones and red berries instantly signal holiday cheer. They're affordable, easy to assemble, and suit nearly any corner. Want something more eye-catching? Add a plaid bow or tuck in sprigs of evergreen. The natural materials create a cozy atmosphere, but beware, real berries can attract curious pets. Some folks prefer faux berries and pine cones for longevity. These options eliminate the mess and can be reused year after year. Arrange baskets on steps, mantles, or even as a centerpiece. The look is simple, but the impact is strong. Isn't it time your home felt a little more like a winter cabin? Old wooden ladders don't belong in the shed this season. Bring one inside, lean it against a wall, and drape plaid blankets over each rung. Add a string of fairy lights for a gentle glow. Guests will ask if you hired a designer, but it's your secret. This approach is cost-effective and quick, using items you may already own. The plaid adds warmth, while the lights create a cozy atmosphere. Just check that the ladder is stable. Don't let style trip you up. No one wants holiday drama involving an ambulance. Cinnamon stick bundles tied with rough jute bring warmth, texture, and a cozy vibe to any tree. They're simple to make. Just gather 3 sticks, tie with twine, and hang. The aroma adds nostalgia and a dash of holiday spirit. Even kids can help, making this a tradition worth repeating. While they look charming and smell fantastic, cinnamon sticks aren't the most durable. Over time, they can lose their fragrance. Still, their affordability and easy assembly make them a smart choice for anyone wanting heartfelt homemade touches without breaking the bank. Plus, guests will probably ask for your secret. Mini galvanized buckets brimming with frosted evergreens bring a cozy farmhouse vibe to any holiday space. They're inexpensive, easy to find, and instantly make a tabletop or windowsill feel festive. Want a more personal touch? Add cinnamon sticks or dried orange slices for warmth and a hint of nostalgia. These little buckets aren't just cute, they're practical. They last all season with minimal effort, unlike fussy floral arrangements that wilt by Christmas Eve. If you're worried about mess, faux evergreens are a smart swap. Who says holiday cheer can't be both simple and charming? Imagine a driftwood Christmas tree centerpiece glowing with twinkle lights on your table. It's simple, charming, and surprisingly easy to build. Gather driftwood pieces, stack them in a tree shape, and weave in battery-powered lights. The result? An understated conversation starter that brings natural warmth to your holiday spread. This style isn't for perfectionists. Driftwood varies in color and shape. Embrace the quirks. Some find it too rugged or minimalist, but fans love the cozy handmade look. Place pine cones or dried oranges at the base for extra flair. Want a centerpiece that whispers cozy cabin rather than shouts department store? This one's for you. Picture an old wooden sled propped against your porch, draped with fresh pine branches and a few berry sprigs. Now add a weathered lantern or two, softly glowing at dusk. This setup oozes nostalgia and instantly boosts your home's holiday spirit for little cost or effort. Repurposing vintage sleds is practical too. They're sturdy, often easy to find at flea markets, and don't require fancy tools to dress up. Just watch for splinters if little hands are nearby. The only real downside? Your neighbors might steal the idea and run with it. Tree branches hung with handmade clay star ornaments bring warmth and nostalgia to any holiday setup. This simple method requires little more than collected twigs, some air-dry clay, and twine. Why settle for plastic when you can create decorations with character? Each star tells a story and sparks conversation. Clay stars aren't just charming, they're practical. Kids can help roll and shape the clay, adding a personal touch. However, expect some imperfections. These quirks give your display soul. Arrange branches in a vase or suspend them across a window. The result feels both old-fashioned and refreshingly sincere. Old farmhouse window frames can spark a cozy holiday charm when paired with pine wreaths. Hang a simple green wreath in each frame, maybe add a gingham ribbon or some pine cones. This setup creates a warm, nostalgic vibe that store-bought decorations just can't match, even if the frames are chipped or imperfect. Don't fret if your frames aren't identical. Mismatched sizes or weathered paint add to the appeal. Arrange several on a mantle or hang them on a blank wall. Guests will notice the natural beauty and creativity, even if your pine needles occasionally drop onto the floor. Just call it rustic snow. Stacking wooden crates brings instant charm to any holiday corner. Fill each crate with chunky candles and tuck in real or artificial fir sprigs. This setup isn't fussy or expensive, yet it draws eyes and warms the room. Who said you need glitter to make Christmas magical? Safety is key. Don't place burning candles near dry fir. Opt for LED candles if you want worry-free glow all season. Try switching crate heights or adding pine cones for extra texture. With these simple touches, you'll create a cozy, inviting display that guests can't help but admire. Hand-painted wooden bead garlands bring a cozy, homespun feeling to any Christmas tree or mantle. The beads' gentle brushstrokes and earthy tones pair beautifully with snowy fir accents. It's like bringing a woodland cabin into your living room, minus the chilly drafts and wildlife scurrying about. While these garlands create an inviting holiday mood, they can be tricky to find in stores and sometimes cost more than mass-produced options. Instead, try making your own. String-painted beads, tuck in artificial fir sprigs, and hang with twine. You'll get both charm and bragging rights. Rustic wreaths crafted from twigs, fresh greenery, and cotton bowls bring effortless charm to any door. Their natural textures add warmth, while the cotton lends a soft touch, almost like a winter cloud. Compared to plastic alternatives, these wreaths feel honest and grounded. No need for glitter or fake snow. Creating one can be a fun afternoon project. Gather twigs, a bit of evergreen, and some cotton bowls from a craft store or your backyard. Arrange and tie them together with jute twine. Who says holiday decor should break the bank or look mass-produced? The result is refreshingly down to earth. Log candle holders bring an earthy charm to holiday decor. Thick, rough-hewn wood pairs perfectly with chunky white candles, creating a warm, inviting glow. These holders are easy to make, just drill holes in sturdy branches. Worried about mess? Place a tray underneath to catch wax strips and protect your table. People often overlook the flexibility of log candle holders. Use them as a centerpiece or scatter them along a mantle for a cozy, relaxed look. However, they can be heavy and tricky to store after the holidays, so plan your space accordingly. Their natural appeal, though, is hard to beat. Felted wool animal ornaments instantly bring warmth and whimsy to your holiday decor. Their soft textures and playful shapes, think plump robins or tiny foxes, stand out against traditional glass baubles. Hanging them from burlap ribbon adds a homespun touch. This mix gives your tree that cozy, inviting farmhouse look. Making these ornaments is simple, even for beginners. Start with basic wool, shape it into an animal form, and attach a loop of burlap ribbon. No need for perfection. Charm shines through the handmade feel. Just be warned, pets and toddlers might think they're toys, so hang them higher up. Copper mugs shine like tiny treasures on a rustic kitchen shelf, catching sunlight and memories at once. Add a pine garland, and you've got instant Christmas warmth. The combination feels both old-fashioned and fresh, inviting you to linger over hot cocoa or cider with friends. However, balance is key. Too many mugs or thick garlands can tip the look from cozy to cluttered. Stick with a few well-placed copper pieces and a trimmed pine strand. This way, your shelf looks festive, not fussy, just enough sparkle to make your kitchen glow without overwhelming the space. Nothing says cozy like a dried citrus and cinnamon garland draped over your mantel. The orange and yellow slices catch the light, while cinnamon sticks add a subtle scent. It's simple to string together at home, just thread dried fruit and spices on twine. Who knew elegance could be this budget-friendly? But, be honest, this isn't the fastest project. Drying citrus can take hours in the oven, and stringing everything can get sticky. Still, the end result is worth it. You create a decoration that's both natural and reusable, giving your mantle a bit of homemade magic each year. Clay house tea light holders bring a certain warmth and storybook charm to any holiday display. Their handcrafted imperfections make each one feel personal, almost as if a tiny village has sprung up right on your mantle. Nestling them in faux snow adds whimsy and a dash of magic, like winter in miniature. However, faux snow can get everywhere. One sneeze and you'll be finding flakes in your socks for weeks. To keep things tidy, use a tray or plate beneath your display. This setup creates a cozy scene while keeping cleanup simple. Isn't that the best of both worlds? A burlap and ticking stripe Christmas tree skirt brings cozy farmhouse style straight into your living room. Its rough-hewn texture pairs perfectly with classic ornaments and twinkling lights. Why settle for store-bought sparkle when you can opt for a skirt that whispers nostalgia and warmth under your tree? Making one is easier than you think. Cut a circle from burlap, sew on a ticking stripe border, and finish with simple ties or buttons. Sure, burlap can shed and wrinkle, but that's part of its rough-around-the-edges charm. Plus, the material is affordable and durable, ideal for busy holiday households. Wooden snowflakes painted in muted farmhouse colors bring a cozy charm to any holiday setting. Soft grays, creamy whites, and faded greens blend well with both traditional and modern spaces. They're easy to hang from a mantle or scatter across a dining table, adding warmth without being flashy. These decorations are simple to make at home. Grab unfinished wooden snowflakes, some chalk paint, and a sanding sponge for a weathered look. This approach saves money and lets you choose the exact color palette. If you crave something subtle and homey, this is a smart pick. Galvanized trays bring a rural vibe that's hard to fake. Fill one with pine cones, nature's ornaments, and place chunky pillar candles at the center. This centerpiece looks like you spent hours, but it's ready in minutes. Why overcomplicate? Add sprigs of cedar for a whiff of winter freshness. Some worry about wax spills or open flames. Simply use flameless LED candles instead. You'll get the same warm glow, minus the stress. The combination of rough metal, natural pine cones, and gentle candlelight turns any table into a cozy, welcoming spot for guests. Turn an old window shutter into a charming holiday card display. Mount it on a wall and use clothespins or twine to attach cards. This rustic piece adds character while showcasing greetings from loved ones. Who knew a forgotten shutter could spark so much conversation and warmth? This display isn't just practical, it's sentimental. Each card stands out against the weathered wood, inviting memories and laughter. Sure, it may not hold as many cards as a store-bought rack, but the personal touch and vintage feel more than make up for it. Plaid fabric instantly brings warmth to any holiday table. Throw in evergreen sprigs and you have a centerpiece that whispers tradition. The look feels both inviting and down to earth. It's also practical. Just grab a strip of plaid, tuck in some pine branches, and you're done faster than you can say mistletoe. One snag, real evergreens can shed needles, especially in a warm room. If this bugs you, faux branches look almost identical and last all season. Want to add a twist? A few pine cones or dried orange slices add texture and a sweet scent. Guests may linger just to admire your handiwork. Rustic Christmas decorations bring warmth and charm that modern styles just can't imitate. Imagine pine cones, wood, and twine filling your home with cozy homespun touches. Why settle for store-bought sparkle when you can spark real nostalgia with these simple, heartfelt ideas? Try swapping out a few traditional pieces for handmade accents. Mix in some plaid, burlap, or natural greenery. You'll create a space that feels both inviting and festive. This year, let your creativity shine and make your holiday decor as memorable as the season itself.